Have you ever felt like your mood just isn't what it used to be? Like the little things that once made you smile don't quite hit the same way anymore. Maybe you wake up feeling a bit heavy or go to bed wondering why your days feel a little less bright. You're not alone. Aging can sometimes feel like the world is moving on without you, and it's easy to feel stuck in a bit of a rut. But here's the good news. You can absolutely take back control of your mindset, and it doesn't require any major life changes or endless effort. Staying positive after 65 isn't about pretending everything's perfect or forcing a smile when you don't feel like it. It's about making small, practical changes that help you feel genuinely happier and more at peace with yourself and your life. In this video, we're going to dive into 5 simple habits that can boost your mood every single day. These habits are grounded in reality, easy to implement, and can truly make a difference in how you see the world and your place in it. Let's start by talking about something we often overlook: the power of gratitude. It might sound cliché, but taking a moment to appreciate even the smallest things can change your entire outlook. Imagine waking up in the morning and instead of immediately thinking about your aches or worries, you take a moment to notice the warmth of your blanket, the sound of birds outside, or the soft light coming through your window. When you train your mind to focus on what's good, even for a few seconds, it sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. Gratitude doesn't have to be a grand gesture. You don't need to write lengthy journal entries or meditate for hours. Just think of one thing, just one, that made you feel thankful today. Maybe it's a call from a friend, a good meal, or even the simple pleasure of sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Hold on to that thought, breathe it in, and let it remind you that good things still exist, even on tougher days. Another habit that can make a massive difference is staying connected with others. It's easy to feel isolated as we get older, especially when friends move away or loved ones are no longer around. But staying connected doesn't always mean hosting big gatherings or being constantly social. Sometimes, it's as simple as picking up the phone to check on an old friend or sending a message to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Human connection is a powerful mood booster, and it's never too late to build new friendships or rekindle old ones. You might even consider joining a local club, taking a class, or participating in community events. You'll be surprised at how just a little bit of social interaction can lift your spirits and give you a sense of belonging. Even on days when you feel like being alone, a short conversation can remind you that you're valued and that people care. Now that we've touched on gratitude and connection, let's talk about another powerful way to keep your mood in check: finding a routine that works for you. Sometimes, having too much time on your hands can actually make you feel restless or down. Creating a gentle, flexible routine that includes simple activities you enjoy can give your days a sense of purpose. You don't need a packed schedule or an elaborate to-do list. Start small, maybe a morning walk, a quick stretch, reading a few pages of a good book, or tending to a potted plant. Routines give your brain a sense of stability and comfort, helping you feel more grounded and content. When you feel like the day has no structure, it's easy to fall into a mindset where everything feels heavy and unmotivated. But when you have little rituals that make you feel good, like listening to your favorite music while making breakfast or taking a few minutes to sit outside and feel the breeze, you're reminding yourself that every day holds small joys worth cherishing. Staying positive after 65 isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is fine. It's about recognizing the moments that matter, connecting with others, and building habits that uplift your spirit. You deserve to feel hopeful and happy, no matter your age. Now that we've started building a foundation with gratitude, connection, and a simple routine, let's explore another habit that can truly transform your mindset: staying physically active. I know, exercise can sound like a chore, especially if you're dealing with aches, stiffness, or just plain lack of motivation. But hear me out. Physical activity doesn't have to mean hitting the gym or running miles on end. In fact, gentle movements that you actually enjoy can do wonders for your mood and overall well-being. Think about activities that feel good to your body rather than what you think you should be doing. Maybe it's a short walk around the neighborhood to get some fresh air and stretch your legs. Or perhaps it's some light gardening, dancing to your favorite song, or practicing a few simple yoga stretches in the morning. Movement helps release endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which can naturally lift your mood. It also helps reduce tension and stress, which we all know can weigh on your spirit if left unchecked. Plus, staying active keeps your body strong and your mind sharp, giving you the energy to enjoy your day-to-day life more fully. If you're not sure where to start, pick something small. Just 5 or 10 minutes of movement can make a difference. Over time, you might find that you actually look forward to these little bursts of activity, especially when you're doing something you genuinely enjoy. And don't hesitate to make it social. Invite a friend to take a stroll with you, or join a community group that does gentle exercises together. Sometimes, the best motivation comes from sharing the experience with others. Speaking of experiences, that brings us to another incredibly important habit: nurturing your mind. Keeping your brain active and engaged is just as crucial as moving your body. When you challenge your mind with new ideas or creative activities, it helps ward off feelings of stagnation and boredom. One fantastic way to do this is by learning something new. Maybe you've always wanted to pick up a musical instrument, try your hand at painting, or dive into a new hobby like baking or knitting. You could also consider taking an online course or reading books on topics that fascinate you. Learning keeps your brain agile and your spirit curious, qualities that keep you feeling vibrant and youthful no matter your age. Don't worry about mastering something right away. The goal isn't perfection. It's the joy of discovery and giving your mind something positive to focus on. Remember, every small step counts, and it's the journey that keeps your heart and mind engaged. And while we're on the topic of mental well-being, let's touch on something that doesn't get enough attention: how you speak to yourself. Our inner dialogue shapes how we feel about ourselves and the world around us. If your thoughts tend to lean toward the negative or self-critical, it can weigh you down, even without you realizing it. Imagine catching yourself in the mirror and immediately thinking, "I look so old," or "I'm just not capable of doing that anymore." Those little comments might seem harmless, but they add up over time and shape how you see yourself. Instead, try giving yourself some grace. Look at yourself with kindness and compassion, like you would a close friend. Practice replacing harsh thoughts with encouraging ones. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do that," try shifting it to, "I'll give it a try and see how it goes." If your mind says, "I'm too old to start this," counter it with, "It's never too late to learn and grow." Changing your self-talk doesn't happen overnight, but it's worth the effort. The way you speak to yourself matters. Treat your mind like a garden, nurture it with positive thoughts, and let go of the weeds that choke out your confidence and happiness. So, we've covered staying active, keeping your mind engaged, and practicing positive self-talk, all vital habits to help you stay positive and resilient after 65. Don't underestimate the power of these small changes. They can have a ripple effect, lifting not only your mood, but your overall outlook on life. And remember, no one expects you to get it right every time. There will be days when it feels harder to stay upbeat, and that's okay. Give yourself permission to feel those emotions without judgment. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about making small, consistent efforts to keep your spirit lifted and your heart open. As we continue on this journey to staying positive after 65, let's talk about something that's just as important as moving your body and nurturing your mind: staying connected to your sense of purpose. One of the most powerful ways to maintain a positive outlook is to feel that your life has meaning and value, regardless of age. Sometimes, as life changes and routines shift, it can feel like your sense of purpose gets a little blurry. Maybe your career defined your days for decades, or your family roles kept you busy and fulfilled. But now, without those same responsibilities, it might feel like there's an empty space where purpose used to be. The good news? You can always rediscover and redefine your purpose. It doesn't have to be something grand or life-changing. Purpose can be found in small, everyday actions that make a difference to you and those around you. Maybe it's tending to a garden, mentoring younger folks in your community, or volunteering a few hours a week. Even something as simple as sharing your stories and experiences with friends or family can offer a profound sense of fulfillment. Think about what lights you up inside. What makes you feel proud, happy, or useful? Is it helping others, creating something beautiful, or simply being present for the people you care about? Once you identify what gives you that sense of meaning, try to make it a regular part of your life. You'll find that purpose acts as a strong anchor, keeping your spirits grounded and your heart full. And speaking of a full heart, one of the most underrated yet powerful habits to stay positive is practicing forgiveness, both toward others and yourself. Carrying the weight of past hurts or regrets is like dragging a heavy bag behind you wherever you go. It drains your energy, clouds your thoughts, and makes it harder to focus on the present. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harmful behavior. It's about releasing the grip that past pain has on your current well-being. Sometimes that forgiveness is directed toward yourself, especially if you find yourself dwelling on mistakes you made long ago. Imagine giving yourself permission to move forward without being held back by guilt or resentment. Maybe you need to forgive someone who let you down, or maybe you need to release yourself from past decisions that didn't turn out as you'd hoped. Acknowledge the hurt, understand why it lingers, and then consciously choose to let it go. Practicing forgiveness is like setting down that heavy bag and feeling lighter and freer to move forward. You deserve that freedom. You deserve to live in the present without the constant shadow of the past. Now that we've talked about purpose and forgiveness, let's wrap up with one final habit that's truly at the heart of staying positive: celebrating small victories. Sometimes we get so focused on big milestones that we forget to honor the little wins along the way. It might sound simple, but celebrating even the smallest achievements can shift your entire mindset. Did you manage to get out for a walk today, even though you didn't feel like it? Celebrate that. Did you reconnect with an old friend or learn something new? Give yourself a pat on the back. Life isn't just about grand accomplishments. It's about those small steps that keep us moving forward. Take a moment to acknowledge your efforts, no matter how modest they may seem. You'll be surprised at how uplifting it is to recognize your own resilience and determination. As we come to the end of this journey together, remember that staying positive after 65 isn't about never feeling down or always being cheerful. It's about cultivating habits that support your well-being and help you bounce back when challenges arise. Keep moving your body, nurturing your mind, practicing self-kindness, finding purpose, forgiving where needed, and celebrating your small victories. These habits build a mindset that can weather life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. You're not alone on this path. There's a whole community of people just like you, working every day to find joy, purpose, and positivity in their lives. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's support and encourage one another, because staying positive is a journey best traveled together. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips and inspiration to keep living your best life at any age. Here's to embracing every day with a hopeful heart and a resilient spirit.